The Magical Dive, Adventures with Daisy and Summer by Tara Green. One sunny summer morning, Daisy and Summer woke early. Daisy bounced out of bed in her sparkly blue dress. Summer tugged on her forest green dress and burgundy cape. Beach day, cried Daisy, her blonde pigtails bouncing. Summer clapped her hands. They made ham and cheese triangles, strawberry jam on bread, and little cookies shaped like stars. Downstairs, the kitchen smelled like jam and peanut butter. Daisy and Summer carefully packed up their buckets, spades, and a big basket of sandwiches. Summer carried a small blanket, and Daisy grabbed her bright pink hat. Outside, Bella, Coco, and Ruby waited in the shade of a tall pine tree. Bella waited patiently. She wagged her tail slowly and softly. Bella sat tall and proud by the wagon, waiting patiently. "Don't forget the dogs," said Summer. Daisy helped Bella hop into the little red wagon. Coco and Ruby scrambled in after her. They all settled in with happy sighs and soft doggy snorts. Then Daisy gave the wagon a tug, and off they went down the sandy path. At the seaside, the sun felt warm on everyone's skin. The air smelled of salt and seaweed. Seagulls called overhead as the girls marched to the water's edge. "Let's build the biggest sandcastle ever," Daisy shouted. She began digging with her yellow spade. Summer scooped up wet sand in her blue bucket. The dogs chased each other around the castle. Coco barked at a bright red crab that skittered across the sand. Ruby rolled in a patch of seaweed, shaking bits of green everywhere. Bella lay under a small umbrella, watching the waves with a happy sigh. Her ears twitched whenever a big wave crashed. Daisy and Summer worked side by side. They smoothed tall towers and carved tiny windows. They collected shells for decoration, a starfish-shaped shell here, a spiral shell there. The castle grew taller and wider until it had at least 6 towers. Then Daisy spotted something strange near the water's edge. Half buried in the wet sand was a seashell that glowed and sparkled like fairy dust. Its pearly surface shone in pink, blue, and gold. Daisy picked it up carefully. She held it to her ear and gasped. "Can you hear it?" she asked Summer. The little shell whispered in her ear, "Dive where the bubbles dance." Summer looked puzzled. "It's just a shell, isn't it?" she said, but she smiled too. The air around them began to shimmer like sunlight on rippling water. Suddenly, pop, the girls and their dogs were wearing magical scuba suits. Daisy's suit was sparkly blue, matching her dress. Summer's suit was forest green with a burgundy, cape-like collar. "Let's follow the shell's message." They held paws and hands and marched toward the sparkling waves. With a splash and a squeal, they dove into the sea. Down, down, down they swam. Tiny bubbles tickled their noses. The water felt cool and soft around them. Sunbeams danced through the waves, lighting up the underwater world. Everything under the water was glowing and bright. Jellyfish twirled slowly, their tentacles trailing like silken skirts. The jellyfish glowed pale pink and blue, moving like graceful ballerinas. Seahorses in lemon yellow and sea green played tiny trumpets made of coral. Their music sounded like sweet tinkling bells. A turtle with a glittery shell floated by and waved hello with one fin. Its shell sparkled with tiny diamonds of light. "Welcome, friends," the turtle seemed to say with a slow, gentle nod. Coco darted after a school of rainbow fish. She laughed. Well, she barked happily as the fish swam in all the colors of the rainbow. Ruby zoomed past a great coral castle. She chased colorful crabs that peeked from their coral holes and pinch-pursed their claws in surprise. Bella paddled gracefully behind, her ears floating like soft ribbons. Deeper and deeper they went until they reached a circle of tall seaweed strands. There, on a smooth rock, sat a wise octopus with twinkling eyes. His arms curled gently around him, and tiny pearls dangled from his tentacles. "Welcome, young explorers," he said, in a voice as soft as a gentle wave. The girls and the dogs nodded in wonder. The octopus offered them a glowing pearl that shone like moonlight. "This pearl shows the secret of the sea," he said. "Everything here is connected: fish, plants, shells, and sand. We all help each other to grow and stay safe." Daisy and Summer held the pearl together. It shimmered with pictures in soft light: whales singing songs, waves dancing on the shore, wiggly seaweed swaying like dancers, tiny crabs hiding under rocks. They saw how each creature helped the others. "It's time to go back," whispered Summer softly. The dogs barked in agreement. Coco gave one last playful nudge to a swirling snail. Ruby gave the corals a gentle pat goodbye. Bella waved a final paw at the glowing jellyfish. Together they swam upward, past the turtle and the seahorses, waving at the octopus. The sparkling bubbles carried them back to the surface. With a gentle splash, they landed right where they had started, on the warm sand by their giant castle. The seashell lay beside them, quiet now, but still glowing softly. Daisy tucked it into her beach bag with care. Summer wrapped the glowing pearl in their picnic blanket. As the sun began to set in golden pink skies, the girls lay on the blanket. The dogs snuggled close. "Let's come back tomorrow," whispered Summer. "And bring biscuits," added Daisy with a grin. All three dogs wagged their tails in perfect agreement. Thanks for watching and listening. Catch you on the next story.